Hi guys, I'm Sean, you're watching Shopworx. On this episode here, we're going to be trying to fill in some holes so I can't sit on the tire anymore. And once the fenders are in, we'll probably be either piecing some front out, or we're going to go working on getting some battery trays popped in here proper. I'm going to have to remake them. I'm changing batteries out from Group 65s to Group 31s on here. Just a little easier to get my hands on, a little cheaper by, right now, quite a bit actually. I'm getting batteries for about $100. Group 65s I think are somewhere around 100 and... When was the last time you bought a Group 65, John? When was the last time you bought a Group 65? What were they worth at Costco?
Group 65?
They're about $200 now, aren't they?
I think so.
We're talking Canadian too, not US for most of you viewers that are in the States. So, yeah.
187 rings the bell from.
Okay, he says 187, he thinks, so. I'm around $100 for the Group 31s, and I'm getting more cold cranking amps, more reserve capacity, and just all around I think a better setup. So, I like the studs instead of the top posts. And I find they don't seem to corrode and cause as many problems, so that's why I'm going that way. Let's get at her. Well, I guess as it appears here, first step in getting any of this stuff put together is going to be putting these brackets on here. Going on the back side, and the fenders will pin in and bolt in on these. Make them up a bit and take it from there. There's something we're going to have to adjust as we go here with the fender. Well, luckily for me, I've got a couple other ones of these outside there to have a peek at, make sure I'm assembling it right. So you want to make sure, you know, in my case, I like copper coating the bolt. You want to make sure you have your pieces lined up the right way so they can bolt back into the inside of your fender. I was looking at that, I was like, oh geez, you know, like, does it flip upside down and bolt through, or what's the deal? So again, something we're not going to tighten. Well, I found enough parts and pieces and dug through my napkin in a bucket, found a couple clips I couldn't find anywhere else. Being a Sunday again, it's all the good spots are closed around here. So I'm going to be popping the fender on, and hopefully it lines up somewhat. We'll end up having to shim and shim and shim, and really don't think I'm going to videotape all that, but let's see what we got here, I guess. So how do you want it? Top front?
I'll get the lights there.
Line it up. I'll slide in on the pins and run it. Use that rod support have to go out that far. Hang on a sec. Let's give me one of those bolts there. In that bin. Right side, right side. Pin one here so it's not sliding into the door and everything. The body line's out like 3/8 of an inch.
Gonna have to be raised up.
Part of the problem is this is high. Not much I can do there.
Oh, okay.
This has to go up, I think, too.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Get rid of what's there.
That looks a lot better.
Yeah.
I can fudge the bottom a lot easier than I can fudge the top. That's like a 1/4 inch shim I need. So, what I did here, now to be able to level the front out easy, is I got some various big, thick fender washers. These here are 3/16 or so, and these are about 1/8. So I should be able to stack and make what I need. Shim up my gap at the bottom here. Start with a 3/16 and stick it in and see. I'm trimming the front there too. I'm not sure if you guys can see or not, because I'm trying to bring the rad up a little bit higher off the fan. We've only got 3/8 of an inch or so above the fan blades to the shroud, so if I can bring that up there at the front, make all the body lines look nice, then I'm winning in 2 spots instead of trying to shim everything up here and keeping it down. actually looks pretty decent for what it is. Any of that body line now. It's probably as close as I'm going to get with it. Well, it's not 100% there. I'm going to go with it for now. It's a problem with using these reproduction parts. This is the one that's really going to be noticeable, I think. It's eye level. Set that one up good and hoping that should work out. Like I say, we're just getting them all on loose for now, just to see if things are going to line up and where it's going to push this rad support around to. Same as the other. I'll get this side lifted up to where the body line lines up nice on the door, and then pop the front up the rest of the way. Well, went ahead, put the springs on, and hinges for the hood. We're going to be getting that going on here pretty soon. And we'll start putting the hood latch on. I can start squaring everything up here and get the hood aligned and the fenders aligned, hopefully. And we'll take it from there. Yes, I know I'm going to have to pull this off after put the cable on, but I'm not sure where I'm running it through yet. Well, it's a little unorthodox the way we're going to be doing this, but it goes a lot easier with 3 people instead of 2, and obviously not with being this high kind of setup. So I'm going to give this a whirl. We've got a foam block we're going to rest it on, start tying the bolts in, and see how it goes.
That's right. I got this right. But where are the bolts, I said?
On the magnetic trace from the cell. Where? On the cowl, and magnetic trace.
On each side?
One on each side. We ratchet on the tire.
Set it up real? Yeah. Which one can't take that? Hold on a second.
You're started?
No, I can't. Hold it over here, will you, good? Hold on right there.
Ratchet there.
I'll go over there for this side now.
Start the hinges. Alright.
Well, I don't know if I got the bolt. Looks like this. Yeah. Yeah.
Shift on these things. There's really not much to shift on these.
And that's for the spring. I'm going to throw stuff higher with the front now.
Yeah.
Better?
Or we pull down on the springs. Loose. Oh, that's good. It's staying open on its own anyway. You want to ever so carefully close it? And we'll worry about in and out then.
You're in my way.
Yeah, front I can, back I can't.
Sure. Just what lines up? Oh, the hood over that way towards you, or?
No, it's flush on the scowl.
Well, come to the front. I'm talking this way.
So I've got 3/16 of the gap here.
No, it's quite flush here. I would say.
There's one big. I've already got a gap I put the fingers in.
Okay.
Oh. I moved up the cowl trying to bring it up to match the fender here, best I could. Make the fender match the body lines. Had to bring it up. And a little high in the center. And we've got a fairly decent sized gap going down here. We're gonna have to try to wiggle it in. You know, that's pretty rough. This side's definitely better. And my idea had to fudge the fender so the lines line up. Slowly getting there. Well, I can't remember what episode it was there where we drilled out the hood for preparation, putting some lights in, but now that the hood's up on here, I may as well mount these and we'll see how much light it gives off. I might just temp them in for lighting here, or I can use one of the Milwaukee hood lights across there. And, by putting these through. Might have to go the old MIG wire trick. Double wall in there, spaced apart by about that much. Tape and away we go. That's my pocket. This up, get a loop. And a little like that. Like I say, I went through before I painted this and drilled all the holes I thought would be necessary here for this. that's the last one. Don't look so bad under here. Have to get that all tied up. Those tie wraps don't work worth a damn. Those tie wraps don't work worth a damn. Those pop in the thing. I'm gonna have to get the tape on pieces.
Not bad.
I think that'll be pretty good. 3 of them up top. And that light on either side.
There was the one I seen
Sure beats balancing a flashlight.
there was the ones that I seen had the 2 light LEDs in them.
Princess. Have to check it out in the dark. I just thought that might be handy working on this if I get that all wrapped back up in the corner. Throw some gator clips on it after. We'll get these things going on here and then once I get these fender liners in here, I'll probably call this one. I'll do the battery phrases next. This is going to be a bit of fun. Well, I'm going to see if I can actually get this thing on here. Hopeful one. I might be able to. Well, guys, I've got them in here. I noticed a few other issues I'm going to have here in the very near future. We'll probably get into that in the next video. This one's in too here on the passenger. Still got a few fitment issues. I'm going to have to try to figure something out here. If any of you guys watching know, hoping to find some way of bringing that in or pulling this fender out without doing a whole bunch of damage, because this all sort of fits in here the way it is, and obviously I got an issue. So not too sure how to rectify that, or if it's even rectifiable. It's about as tight as I can get this gap here that I can come up with. I've got it somewhat tighter. Can't fit my fingers in there and slide them like crazy anymore. This one's still a little bigger than I'd like to see, but I don't know what else to do with it. So I'm open for input. So I'll have to adjust the rest of the stuff here, put spring latch in the hood. So at this point I'm going to end up having to say that this is complete for this video. And the next one there we'll get into loading some more stuff in the inside of under the hood. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and if you wouldn't mind liking, subscribing, it gets it out a little further. And you know, there's a lot of people on Facebook and stuff looking at these 4-door, 6-door Broncos, and you know, the only way you're gonna start finding them, they're not making them anymore, obviously. The only way you're gonna start finding something like this is cutting and hacking. So hopefully inspires a few people. Well, have a good one. We'll see you around on the next one.